First of all, we have gold. Next, this here I have to take off, but these are magnetic. Nice gold we had in them. You can sell them on a board sorter. Any people like that will buy them off you. You actually pull the pins out of them yourself if you want. Bit of wire here. That's coaxial wire, so that's a different brand of wire that's in the yards. So the back of this is quite a few screws in it, but sure we'll take them out. Thanks for joining, guys. Much appreciated. All these screws come out in like so. This here, I think it should be aluminium. It could be plastic. We'll see. You out yet? You out? You are out. Flathead screwdriver here. Should lift them for me. Plastic. Just do it for a moment. And, plastic. Nice big aluminium here, heat sink. Or not heat sink, sorry, it's extruded aluminum. It's the stand, so got the screws here to come out, put them in there. Aluminium. Take off this here. Two little pins in this, there should be. Two screws, throw them in the box. Another one here covered up. In here. And here. So it's one holds down everything yet. So off with that shred. There's aluminium, which is covered in plastic, as you can see. Pull it out, look at that. Nice clean alley. €1.20 a kilo. Clean aluminium. There's a little pin in that, I'll take that out of it with a punch myself. It's plastic. Now, let's go in here now further. A couple of screws throughout. Down here is always a little lock here. Press that button there and that allows this off. That there is shred. Bit of plastic on it. Throw it into the shred pile. It's grand. Bit of plastic like that. No one will bark at you for that. So, in with this. Screws out here. This is the Dell monitor. So check out all the screws. Thanks for coming in, guys. Much appreciated of you all. Happy Saturday. Yeah, thank you. So, this is a bit of alley. So, in further we go. In here, there should be get in under this. Sometimes you can get in under, sometimes you can't. I find if you get in under the middle of it, it's better. Down here, there's always a little clip where you see the lock on it. And that allows you to get in there. In here, then we have See these two little bios here? Them lads has to come out of it. So I screw them out by hand if I can. Loosen them up. And if you're not, just break them off like that. Just snap them off. Sometimes they can be brass. The original old ones are brass. I don't know about these ones. Sometimes these are shred. So out with them. Hit your magnet. They're brass. Okay. Here we go again. See what's going on. How do we get into you? Messy one, ain't you? You're messy, you are. Whatever's going on with you today. But this one is always easy to open. There you are. Off of the Dell housing up front of it. And here we are here. We have our first bit of gold. Should be gold in under this. Something in gold anyway should be under this. Something. This is mainly where she powers up. You should have a switch here. See that? You should have a switch, as I say. Hard to get that off. Hard to get it off, but look, it'll come off. See that? One thing I like about taking apart Dell, you're guaranteed gold when you take apart Dell machinery, guys. You know it'll be gold and good old parts, they're good old machines. It's like the mobile phone buttons, as you can see. See there? It's like the mobile phone buttons. And they're gold. Okay? The back of that is a tiny bit of gold going through. You can actually see it through the housing of it. So into the gold pot. And then we go down here. And this should allow me to get in to the main part of it. Like so. So easy, isn't it? And then we're in here. You can see me, yeah, you can see me. This here is a bit of aluminium. Tiny bit of addy, which is here as well. So the screwdriver is too big. Thanks for coming in, guys. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel for me. Just the way YouTube will share it out, as the fella says. There's a nice bit of cast alley. You could melt that down as well, guys, in furnaces. The likes of all that you can melt down. I mean, I sell it on for €5 a kilo instead of €1 10 a kilo. Do you know what I mean? You can do that. There's different ways you can make a few pound on stuff, guys. You go the extra mile, as I call it. The shred. Into the shred bag beside me. It's ideal to have the shred bag right beside you, guys. Just throw your shred into it straight away. You don't have it thrown along the ground. You don't have it thrown anywhere then. So in here we go. Take out these screws. Might get out with this one. Now, go in here, cut off them little bits of wire which are going to the lights. In along here, in along here. Cut this off. And you have a bit of wire. And here you have a bit of wire here, so cut that through. Like so. And here, 2 bits of ribbon wire. Or a normal wire. We'll get to you in a minute. Cut off that. A couple of screws to be had here, just the power cord part of it. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Really appreciate it. A couple of screws in it. So another one of us done on it there. That one to here. That one off here. You can break down if it breaks, doesn't make a difference. It'll be broken anyway, won't it? Yeah, that one there, the power board was a 9-out. That went to the shred pile, that one there. Cut that wire off it here. And in here, there's a bit of wire here, which is usually gold pins in this, guys, so I'll cut that off later on. Myself, here now we have copper here, them little blue ones there, they contain silver. We've copper here, copper here. The capacitors are no good, guys. Shred for me, for my yard. Little bit of copper in this donut here, aluminium here, another bit of copper in that one. This here is a crystal oscillator which contains silver. Here's another one, flat pack, which contains gold. You have these pins here with the jacks we did to, gold pins in here to be had. You have here, you have your gold here on your board, that can be cut off. Same again here, same again here. All that is all gold. So it's straightforward enough, guys, how to take that board apart. I'll go at that board in a few minutes. Now, in that bit of shred, that's all shred. That one there is a screw, which I missed. 2 screws there, which stopped me from getting out the board. They were blending in very well with the steel. So it's just taken over it. For the sake of the video, I'll be taking the back out of it anyway. That brass is all brass. Here, dirt brass, you can pull that straight out of it. Or here, put into plug soup, as I have a channel on my channel, I have plug soup. There's another bit of shred. Shred at the moment, guys, has gone down in price. €12 or 12 cents a kilo. I wish it was €12 a kilo, but look at, if shred was €12 a kilo, copper would be 12 cents a kilo. Do you know, this is probably the way it would go. Straight away, look at this, gold. Other end, gold. See, it's there, it's free. Do you know what I mean? It's only a matter of taking this off here. Take off this. This is stainless steel. That part there. Get off your plastic off the back of it, like so, like that. Plastic off the back. Pull it along, like that. And then we have our ribbon wire, which is here. There's one part of it pulled off, and there's another part here, which is stainless steel. And here's more ribbon wire here to come across, which is there. That's your ribbon wire clean. And on the other back here, we have tiny little piece of wire here. Just cut that across there like so, like that. I use the scissors usually, but just tearing it off now for the video. As you can see, cut it nice and fine. You have your wire there, the ribbon wire. Okay, that's gold. Still all goes into my ribbon wire holder. This here has on it, you can't set it like this because copper is not stickable, so you have to take off these toroids off it, which you can put them into the shred pile. Only a matter of cutting off your bit of sticky tape, slide them down, and there you are. That goes your shred pile. That's into your normal copper. This here is stainless steel, and in here then we'll get off these little buggers here, which I do need a smaller driver, which is this one here, is a smaller driver for the job. Small Phillips. Sometimes I find it hard to see them, but in here they should get down into it. This one, hang on, we go again, sorry. Thank you for coming in from Poland, much appreciated. Thanks so much for coming in there. Oh, where's my Phillips gone, eh? One thing I've said about this driver, I say it and say it again, guys. It doesn't come with the right amount of sizes that you need. It does not come with them. It comes with, you know, a couple of security screws and a couple of bits and pieces like that, but I find that driver is not my driver. She's electric. It's electric driver, but it's not just the driver for me. I have a small driver there. It's better altogether than that one, which I bought in Temu for €3. Has it all. The whole kit is in there, guys. Do you know what I mean? Like, but that one I paid $9.99 for it. The other one, which is electric, but it hasn't got the right set of sockets, but you can use any of these sockets in them, in that driver. So it's just, I noticed that with that, it only has a couple of sets, and there's nothing that I want in it. Nothing for the set I want in it. This one is a good little driver. This one never seems to let me down, this one. So we're going in here, we're just taking out these little screws of it. And I see people throwing away these televisions, monitors, stuff like that, like throwing them out the door. I just slide along the back of that, right? Like so. Come out. Now, plastic on the back of that. And as you can see, this here where it sticks here, I keep them as well, because they contain gold. These ones here, they contain gold. But here, guys, look at this. You see people throwing these out, these monitors, like it. There's great gold in monitors. Look at MLCCs. You have a nice gold here, nice flat pack gold here where it joins here. All along here is all gold, down along all that board. And they're a high-peripheral board, guys. If you were to sell them, they'd be a high-peripheral board. Do you know what I mean? There's so many of them you can get out flat screens, like this one's out televisions even. Same thing, but you have tube in a television. I mean, look at all the MLCCs there. Right there where my finger is, look. Do you know what I mean? There's stuff in everything, guys. So we can go in here and go an extra mile. All these little chips here. See all them chips there? They all have a little die in them. It's called. It's where like it's like where am I here? It's like a IC chip. So they do contain gold as well. Okay. So all of them can be kept separate to the gold recovery ones, because of the chip itself has to be completely brought down properly. Now let's see what else is in this, guys. Sometimes I don't go much further into these because my yard will take these, but I'm going to go a bit further today, just for the live. We'll go a small bit further into the system here and see what else we can get out of it. Now I know myself there's not much more in it, but I'm going to go in and see what's in there. So a couple of screws there, small screws. Even if I take that back off it, that's aluminium. And aluminium is €1.20. Maybe €1.10 we'd say, right? Give or take. €1.10 a kilo for aluminium today, guys. Like the prices of copper is gone up to the roof. I see there in dollars now we're talking. It's 11,200 metric ton in the London Metal Exchange, as they call it. I don't know much about it, but I know the copper has gone out to the roof over there. So, and it's getting scarce. So it's good news for scrappers at the moment. Good news for scrappers at the moment, guys. Now, as I said, I don't usually take these apart because I just don't want that. There's no point when my yard will take it off me. So, but in here I can show you if I may get into it without throwing much rubbish around the shed. There's probably a hidden screw here behind the plastic. Sometimes there's hidden screws here and hidden screws there, but we'll get in and see what's in there. But I know there's lights, I know there's bits and pieces of stuff in there. And people usually do know what's inside them without me showing them. You understand me? That's shred, okay? Thanks for all the hearts, lads. Thanks for all the likes. Guys, please subscribe to the channel too, if you wouldn't mind, and share out the live, guys. It's all about it. Share out the live. That, like, YouTube then will kind of share out my live too, or share out my channel. At the end of the day, guys, that's the way it's going, isn't it? You have to fire a sprat to catch a salmon, guys, in life. Okay. So all them there now, guys, all them ones with the little tiny IC chips in them, I keep all them separate in a different vial. I do not put them in with a ribbon wire because they have to be properly done. And there's videos out there how to do them as well. But I take off all them. They're all individual little IC chips. All them, see that? And all them contains little bits of gold. So all them put them into their own vial and all separated. It's myself, I do all that. I had that open now, which would leave it on and let it close back. Come on, will ya? Do you know, if I wasn't on YouTube, it would open straight away for me. Straight away it would open. It's a piece of plastic. This here, guys, is what you call Indium, right? Now, at the moment, we don't know how to do it, but there is ways of doing Indium. And Indium, guys, is probably one of the dearest metals out there at the moment. It's not even a metal, I don't think. It's more like, I can't tell you what Indium is, but it's involved in the valuable metals. I think it's about €15,000 ton for this, or a kilo. I'm not sure. You just look it up. Indium is called, guys. I know there's ways of doing it. It's all about melting this and melting that, but if you can get a buyer to buy it, keep them and sell them. Simple as that. There's someone out there definitely doing it, guys. This here's your sheet of clear gel, and then further then you have here, here. I believe the likes of them you could sell, or not sell, but give them to people for art and stuff like that. Them ones are just to go out for doing art and different stuff. There's plastic here after that. Here, there's the plastic here. Now that should come out. Now when I take that out, look at that. Look at that. There you are, look at that. I keep them, guys. You know what I keep them for? Show you what I keep them for now. Get me little markers. See? Brazier copper. Hashtag 780 kg. Bear bright. See? And you put them up in your shed, guys. And you have all your prices all the time. You see how much to go up, put on your dates. Get your yard, and sometimes they rub off. These ones actually are permanent markers, but you can use not permanent markers. I mean, you can actually use stuff like that as sheets. If you're stuck for a piece of paper in the shed, you have these wires. I mean, that's what I do. Stuff like that. There's no such thing as waste then, guys. So in here is another tiny bit of another one of them sheets. And here, aluminium. Okay. Aluminium. Now in here you have a tiny little light. Now I wouldn't go near them, I wouldn't break them, but you can sell that as aluminium to your yard. My yard will not make a difference about this bit. They don't care about that bit whatsoever. You know what I mean? So just go off your little bit of plastic at the back of it like that, and that's it. Now guys, you can still go the extra mile. Look at that. That's Perspex. I have a window in my other shed and I have this in it. The glass broke and I have this in it, and look at the thickness of it. You know, you can actually use, reuse, recycle stuff, guys, or monitors. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. Like, you get something out of everything, guys, out there. It's not about the full scrap job. You know, you can 2 bits of brass there, but you can reuse, recycle, guys. Simple as that. Do you know what I mean? there's stuff out there, there's ways out there doing stuff, guys. Now this is probably the best type yokes to be taken apart now. Now that I've gone that far, this is the best yokes to be taken apart for gold, guys. Look at this. Right? You're guaranteed to get gold out of that. So in here we go, we take this apart. Now, the wrong screwdriver, but there's only a couple in this one. We're going to go into this one and we're going to take it apart. Thanks guys for coming in. Really appreciate you coming in to watch my live tonight, or this evening, whatever you'd like to call it. But you go around all that there, you go through little bits of screws and stuff like that off of that. Like the monitors, guys, and all that, I do not throw them out. I take apart every single thing. There's not one thing do I throw out. And if you look at any of my videos or anything like that, you'll know I try to keep everything. I use them from, yeah, of course. At least look at the end of the day, it's reduce, reuse, recycle. That's what a scrapper does. You know, at the end of the day, that is the way we do it. Scrooge McDuckin, thank you for coming in. You're probably in there a while, I didn't see it. Much appreciated, Scrooge. Guys, good channel, Scrooge McDuckin. Very good. If you want to know how to go the further step, how to get gold out of this stuff, the Scrooge McDuckin will show you. Simple as that. I'm what I call him the third man to Scrooge. Scrooge is the man who goes the extra mile. Simple as that. He just knows what he had to do with gold. Me and chemicals don't get on. I never get on. But at the end of the day, look at, there's another screw lost there. There is. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, it's all about learning curve. One day I'll learn how to do gold, and Scrooge will be gone on further, probably doing platinum, palladium. He's probably doing it as it is anyway. He is, but he's gone way further than me and any of us, as he knows his stuff. Look at this. Look at this. So straight away, shred. You're talking about quarter, half a kilo of that. 6 cents. That's all that's worth. Before that was worth 20 cents a kilo. We're now talking about 6 cents a kilo for shred. But the way I look at it, 6 cents is 6 cents. It pays for my diesel, just the 6 cents pays for the diesel. Has been all my shred. Pays for the diesel, and then I get paid for the copper and all that is a bonus. So all I'm doing is taking out everything, stripping down everything, cut off wires, cut off this, cut off that, and I'll show you what's going on then. Why I leave the power button on this one here is I give these to a good friend of mine called Ross Mulhall, Appliance Repairs, Carlow, Kilkenny. He does fixes an awful lot of fridges. He fixes washing machines, dishwashers, dryers, and I give all these to him, power buttons and stuff like that, which are working perfect. I always need a bit of wire on them for him. Do you know what I mean? So as I say, I give him stuff and he gives me stuff. As simple as that. You help one another out, guys. Here is a bit of brass here, bit of wire here. Singles and wire, guys, €3 a kilo at the moment, and I get singles for all them wires. So here again you have your copper here. You have a bit of a MOSFET here, which is copper here, aluminium here, bit of copper here, MOSFET on the back of the alley. You have 2 IC chips here. On the back, she's clean as a whistle, nothing on the back. But the rest is, you know, it's there, there's something on it. And it's all about breaking it down, go the extra mile, get everything out of it. That's what I do anyway. So yeah, 6 degrees over here at the moment, lads, in Ireland, raining for the last 2 or 3 days. Rain. There we are again, another one of these here I take out, and that is dirty brass, which I will clean it because I get pure brass, clean brass out of that. So in here, I get clean brass out of that. I clean it out, and here's another bit of shred, straight into the shred bag. I'm like Santa Claus here, guys, at the moment, so we can now talk about Christmas. So officially, you can talk about Christmas while Halloween is over. So you can actually talk about it, even though it's a couple of weeks away. But it's the next step, isn't it? So here, look at this. Oh, that is all gold pins in it. Right, all these LED lights here contain gold, to say. This heat sink has to be something in under it. Has to be. It's not just an ornament. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just not an ornament, guys. So it has to be something under these heat sinks. They're not on for nothing. So off she goes. Heat sink. It's aluminium. This one might be a bugger because I can't span it. But if I can't span it, I'm going under with one of my worst machines in the world, which is chisel. I hate them, so I detest the chisel. Guys, there you are, look at that. Another aluminium. And this is a nice chips we had by 2. Here we are here, which contains gold, and this one here as well. Okay, so here is their copper. Them all rings are all copper. In here is copper to be had, and these are all gold in these. Gold in these clips. Behind them clips there's gold. Take off that. Now sometimes I find they can be brass. They can be brass. Them. So I'm going to hit one with a magnet in a few minutes and see if it's brass. Non-stick, get it with a foil. It's all about trying everything you have, guys, in life. Don't just say, oh, it is brass, it is brass, it is brass, silver, you know what I mean? Yeah, brass, guys, so that goes into your brass pile. You know what I mean? I always knew they were brass anyway, but for the system, or for ye, I have to show you. Guys, this foil I bought a couple of weeks ago, which is brilliant for pulling off IC chips, stuff like that. It might work on this one. Actually, I was just snapping that one. I did it. I don't think it works on this one because this is not an IC chip. This is like a gold corner. You can actually see, if I get the cap off of there, I see can I get the gold out. But to show you, as I say before and I say it again, I hate chisels. You see the gold coming through there, guys? See the gold coming through? There's nice gold in them boards, guys. If you watch Scrooge McDuck, you will see he has a cooker or an oven where he puts in his boards. Everything heats off. Bang, 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 bang. Thank you, ma'am. But you cannot put capacitors in it. Capacitors will pop. Take off the capacitors. This one will not span this, but this one will span it. See, get off a block of this and see what's going on in this one. Now, as you can see, we've popped the roof in here on one of these. As I say, on Fast and Furious, pop the hood. Huh? So we'll get off the hood off of this and I'll show you what's going on in here. There. All along here, okay? So that's down the road. All that's down the road for me. So I'm saying all that's down the road for me, guys. We have two. Now this could take a month off because I am not good. I am not good at opening these. PlayStation, huh? She's a PlayStation 2, but I don't have a bull how to get into it. I could go mad with a hammer, then I'll probably lose a half a dozen of stuff out of it. I know that's the disc in there. So if we keep turning it, I might find something, as I say, huh? Let's see. Well, there was one time a card in there, which was the hard drive to be had. Well, you know there's plastic in it, don't we? There is a screw there coming through, but that's the part you have to take it apart, don't you? Oh, this one is not working because I was told it's not working, so you believe what you hear, don't you? That's a bit of copper wire in it. Now, I probably did win the battery into it because I'm breaking it up anyway. It doesn't care to me. It's all rusted. Inside is all rusted. This was left in the shed for a long time, and as I said on my channel before, and I'll say it again, is gold don't rust, guys. You know what I mean? Gold don't rust, so anything that's not rusted in this is gold. Simple as that. That's the way it is, guys. Just go in, take it over as I do. I do not find one screw in this. Not one. One there, but there's a cover over, right? So, that's grand. We'll go in a little bit. Take that cover off it. Now, plastic. Now we have a double switch, which will contain silver, but I keep all these. Switch for Ross. So in here we go. I don't go around the machine and look at it and see, oh, how do I take that apart? How do I take that apart? Right, I'll just take it apart and that's it. Simple as that. That's what I do. I just take it apart. You know, you can't spend all day with things stuff. I have too much stuff in the shed to be doing, and be taking it apart, hard to messing around with stuff. You know what I mean? Just get into it, take it all over it, and there's definitely screws in the back of there. There's probably people watching me there now saying there's screws there. Yeah, there. Anyway, that only take off a certain part of it. But as the fella says, I've never taken apart one of these before. And now I know what's in it. You know. Size of them screws. Huh? That's why I had to pull the head off it. As you can see, the way the screws go down into stuff, guys, it's really unreal. They are. So, go in here, pull this apart somewhere. Look at this. Wire into the disc drive here. Take that apart. No game in it. There's no game to be had in this one, guys. Now, I'm surprised the way you can take stuff apart, guys, when you have gloves. You know what I mean? You have gloves, you can take apart anything. Now, in we go another bit. See, I don't stay all day taking apart stuff, guys. You know, it's just in, out. So that's the way to do it, like. Now, your little switch here will contain a bit of silver, and you have a little motor here. Okay. It's easy to get rid of plastic, guys. I got rid of a lorry load of plastic there this morning. Load of plastic I got rid of this morning. So, bit of shred, bit of wire. Wire is usually tin coated copper, them ones. In here you have your reader, which does contain gold. I have a bucket of readers. Now all this is for the small screwdriver, guys, so I would be going into that myself. It's just this one here I want to show you. This little motor here I want to show you. Now this little motor always have a bit of gold on it too, but this one hasn't, right? But this bar here, guys, is silver, or is, sorry, brass. Quote me on that, guys, huh? Don't say I said that was silver, because it's not. That's brass. Brass, guys, okay? You take apart a couple of hundred of them, you get fine bit of brass. You brass here as well, alright? And all these readers here as well, they pull apart. Only matter of grabbing him like that, bend him out. Same with that, sometimes they can be stainless steel. And up along here, all these here come out as copper in these. Take out them screws. In here you have a tiny bit of stainless steel, which is here, just here. Tinchy bit of stainless steel. I'll take out that there. And better still, as the fella says, if I can span that with this here, I'll just crush it off there. Like so. Crush it off. Span that, crush it off. And that can go as a copper bearing motor. Leave that steel on it. Don't worry about a bit of brass. So, like, leave the steel on for weight. You know what I mean? It's all about weight, guys. That's a bit of shred. You're talking about there, you're talking about 40 cents a kilo for shred, or for, and they're stickable, but they're very weak sticks, so they can go into your stainless steel. Here's your reader, guys, which will contain gold. Okay, the eye will contain gold. Scrooge McDuckin will refer that to me, that there's gold to be had in them. Right, let's get down further into this system. As you can see, I have another board here, and you can see the way I pull apart stuff, guys. I don't shred. I don't just go easy with it. Just pull it apart. I don't sell on parts. I don't do anything like that. Anything I have here in this shed is completely broke down to micro scrapped. I'd be going the extra mile on all this stuff. So as I say, guys, is get the caps off of them. They're all the caps, and as you can see, all this gold here, gold here, gold here, gold down here, gold pins down here. So all that there, guys, can be all pulling apart for gold recovery. The gold recovery is like as in all these here, all them gold pins. Do you know, there'll be a fair bit of gold in that. Like, you know, it's on steel, but at the end of the day I have a lot of that. I have a lot of buckets of this. At the moment, this is my gold. Alright, that's my gold. There's 4.5 kilo of brass in that now. If you were to melt that down, you get about 90 euro for it. You sell it as scrapyard today, it's worth 20 odd euro. You know, you can sell your parts, guys. Sell your stuff, make a few pound extra. There's gold. And the back of that is left in it. But it is gold. I'll get that in a minute. Okay, so up along here we go again now. This one here is not gold. This one is tin coal, copper. So you saw different stuff. Be careful what you're keeping. Alright, so all this here, up along here, up along here. And this here is shred, but you have to use your handy dandy magnet. Okay, now these fins here, I would think they're aluminium. See if we get them off. Now, as you're probably looking at me there now, you're saying, oh wow, he's gone backwards into that machine. But I am gone backwards into it. But I'm closing these fins here because I might encroach the hole. But you know, you can actually go backwards into the machine. Security screws, and this one here. But yeah, but guys, thanks so much for coming in today. It's really appreciated. At the end of the day, guys, it helps by people coming in and commenting on their videos. You know what I mean? I get a lot of comments on their videos. I love commenting back to people, and not one person in the length of time I'm on YouTube ever said one bad thing to me. And that is the truth. Not one person. And it goes to show, like, when that's happened to me, it's showing I'm not going too bad at stuff when you're not getting any comments. You know, never heard one comment of anyone bad, and that's nice to hear. This here can actually go into your motors. Leave that steel on it for weight. Okay, don't be taking off all the steel off of your motors. Do not take all the steel off your motors. If you heard that off of one lad, you heard it off of me. Leave your steel on your motors, guys. Don't have your motors. There's a whistle going out because you need that extra few pence out of the scrapyard for the time it took you to do stuff. Okay, so that's just a little tip from me to you. Do you know when you get sticker looking at you? Okay, say that's out there now. You're looking at you. Now these little fans here. Now my yard will not take them with the plastic fans on them. The fans themselves, so you have the fins. You have to break off, put out a little bit of copper wire off of that, break your fins off like this. I can't understand it for love of money. Look, that's it. I see them 2 or 3 fins, leave them on it. I'm not taking off everything. No way. You have to get a few pence for your plastic. I mean, you have that. That's a screw, a big screw that I missed. So the ball cutters, this ball cutters, guys, I got this in Temu, not being sponsored by Temu. It's unreal for cutting off little tiny screws and stuff like that I missed. Simple as that, is ideal for the job. Now, what's going on with you? Because look at that, see that hidden gem there, look at that. And why are you hidden? Because everything is always hidden. I did one of them definitely with going into the other ones are rubber. These ones are plastic. And now that's why you'd pass them off and not take them out. But look at it, says I know anymore. 6 screws in the back of it. PlayStation 2. And remember that into your head. I'm breaking up everything. So let's get a look at this board. This board, guys, to me is not looking at it now. It's not that promising looking. But I take apart a Wii board during the week, and the Wii I find is probably the best. It's probably the best board out there, the Wii, because it's great stuff in the Wii. You understand me? That screw now is crooked. But the Wii has great boards in them, guys. I'll show you it in a minute if I get to it. What's holding you now, eh? Do you notice these games when you're taking them apart, guys, they're made with the best of ability. Do you know why? Because the kid, pop it off a wall. That's the idea of it, guys. They're made with the best of ability, because when they lose their games or stuff like that, just pop it off the wall. And that's, I think why yours are made so well. Now we're in. So as you can see, we're in. There's another screw. Power board, I'd say. Guys, please hit the subscribe button, please, and the like button on the way in there if you wouldn't mind. I really appreciate it. As I said, like, it's good for the algorithm. Now, there's your power board in a PlayStation 2. Besides that capacitor, what have we got in it at all? Them ones there are capacitors, aluminium, bit of copper in this bugger here, copper here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then blue M&Ms have potential silver in them. Copper here, copper here. Big capacitor. There's shred, and that's shred. Back of that you have a MOSFET which contains copper. MOSFET here, and the back of that we have a 0. That's your power board in a PlayStation 2. Now, what heads have we got? Shred into the bag beside me, and then we have screws. Screws. Now, mind the fingies. See that bugger there? You see it? Now, as you can see, that's shred, but there's aluminium heat sinks going through the shred right here. And they're coming out of it some way. Are they held on with a bar or what's it? There's a bar or something going across it. The bar, as well as holding on the heat sinks, is aluminium. Going through the heat sink, sure, it has to be aluminium really, because it can't be really steel. Come on. To her, why the idea of that now? Someone tell me why it's going through it. I know the heat sink is aluminium for a reason. Bit of aluminium cluster there of it. This here's shred because it's rusted. And we have one more piece to go. Wow. Look at that. I've never seen one that chip like that, guys. Scrooge, if you're still there, hang on. If you have anywhere to go, you're still there, just stay on board there for a minute. Scrooge, I have some questions to ask you about this board. What's holding you on now? I don't see one screw in this, guys. And it's not made like the Sky box. It's that there's crimps and all that at the back of it. It's not made that way at all. It's just, to be honest with you, I think as a lot of it is why people couldn't be arsed taking these apart. I think these risers are probably holding it. They look like risers to me. I'd even spinning apart of them. They look like brass risers. they are brass risers, yeah. Don't be codded, they're not gold. I've never seen it. I've never seen this archer. So do tiny screws there. Tiny screws. Where's my screws? Screwdrivers. Here you are. Going around half asleep now, guys. Now we're in shred at long last, huh? Right, guys, let's see. They're brass. Thing called brass. I always take out this battery. The battery, the CMOS battery, they call them. Years ago, they used to contain silver. I don't know nowadays, but I take them out, recycle them properly, guys. Right here we have nice flat back down here, guys. Gold corner, BGA. Another gold corner. You have ones here with kind of glass in them. See there? You have this one here. It's massive. Here's more chips here. More chip here. Gold pins here where the battery was in. Like there ones with a die on them. You see that one's there? They have to be good. There's a die on them. They have to be good. On the front of it here, we have our gold pins here. That's copper. If you were to cut down with a file, it's copper. In here you have more gold in here. This here is gold in this IC. These are the very same type as on the RAM. Here's another flat pack. Here's another one here. Gold here. Gold in here. Gold in this one, and this one, and this one. What else have we got? We have one here. See this one here? Which will, the kind of a window in that one. We have another one here. And another one here. So that's a fair board. So what do you think of that one, Scrooge, if you're still on board there? There's a lot to be had in that one now, I must say. A lot to be had in that. Where is my other board I took out yesterday? I took out a board yesterday to show you. Where are you gone? I'm in the middle of pulling apart this place, as you can see. It's hard to get time to do everything when you're a working man, as the fella says. There's definitely a board here, which is out with a wee. I could have put it away, but I had a board out of wee. I wanted to show you. Where is the wee board? The wee board. It's not there. It's not there. Oh, here it is. Right, guys, that's a PlayStation 2 board. I'm going slowly just so you can see it. Right, PlayStation 2 board. Right. You see that? And that's the back, front of it. Down along there, over along there. Look at the size of that chip there, look. All along there and there. Now, which one of them is the best? Here's the Wii. This is the Wii. All the edges is gold, obviously. And there's the back of it, which is only gold all along the right, around the whole edges of it is gold. And that is the Wii, which is made by Sony, Nintendo, I reckon. This one is there. PlayStation Wii, guys. I just want to lift up the camera and see what anyone has to say about him. That's all I'm going to do, guys. Now, I know, Elizan, I know, but to be honest with you, I'm at it for so long. I'm not afraid to just take apart anything. You name it, I'll take it apart. If I have it, I always say it on this channel, I take apart anything, but I have to have the parts to take them apart for you. You know, the machines, the machinery, that another thing, I have to have it. It's just not a matter of going out to the shed and getting it up. But like, as you can see, I have a lot of bits of plastic, lots of bits of stuff here now to clean up. But there's 3 or 4 bits of brass risers there. I think they're brass anyway. They're not gold. They're brass. But yeah, so what do you think yourself about them boards? I'm going to drop the gloves for a second. Scrapping on a fly, is it? So, the way it is, guys, is I go the extra mile of taking apart stuff, get everything. I take every single thing. I take apart. Like, as I said before, you take apart copper, bits of copper, and you can actually buy stuff for gold. Do you know what I mean? Copper, you buy stuff then to melt down your gold. You can buy anything, ingots. You can buy whatever you want, guys. Take apart the stuff. That's the way I look at it. You take apart bits and pieces of stuff here, there, and everywhere, and then you can go the extra mile and buy whatever you want. Like at the moment, copper is gone out to the roof, guys. €7. It's raining there, is it? Where did that water come out? Oh, the bottom of the bucket. Because there's power hose in the yard outside this morning. I was wondering where the water came out, and a drop came in and under the door. So obviously it's under my bucket. But it goes to show that's why you shouldn't have copper and brass and in bags. I put the shred is in a bag, but the bag is dry. But that's the way it is, guys. So it has to be tear down for today. Really appreciated you all coming in there. Power boards, gold, you know, it's all there to be had. Like that is just a nice board. I always say, as long as I take apart boards, the Wii has to be the nicest board out there. You know what I mean? It has to be. Like the gold nuggets or the gold and that and the Wii itself, like it's something, it's next to nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's just unreal. Look at that. Even to look at it from far away, guys. Look, that's all gold. Gold plating all around it. Both sides is gold plating. Towards the PS2. No gold whatsoever around the edges. It looks like gold, but it's not gold. And all along here is good chips now, nice chips. That'd be a high board, that'd be a high board. Do you know what I mean? Money value, that'd be high. The two of them are high boards. Them there in my yard will not buy these boards. He'll take this one, but I'll have to take off all this, the aluminium capacitor, this, and then that's it then. Leave on all the rest and then they'll take it. It wouldn't be a high board now. This one here would be a telecom board, alright. All these pins and stuff like that in it. That one would be. Normal power boards do not take. Full strip down. Full strip down for them for my yard. So that's pulling off that copper like so. Copper like so. And simple as that, you know what I mean? Give it an old about out. Cut the end off it like so. Push that through. Small little screwdriver then should allow you to push that in there. Like that. And then we should be able to get a tiny bit of copper off that then. Wherever it's gone, I don't know. The ends of that should allow me to pull it out, but if it doesn't allow me to pull it out, just no big stress. Just go in there into the sleeve of it, like so. Give it a little squeeze. Squeeze. And off comes your copper. Bit of plastic, good looking, thanks. Off comes your copper. Now all this is all winter scrapping for me, guys. Anything got to do with copper is winter scrapping for me. Look at that. Simple as that. All this is all what I call winter scrapping. I have buckets and buckets of stuff ready for the winter to do. And I'd have the heater going there now in the shed. The heater going. I'll be watching YouTube videos and I'll be working away throughout the whole winter. And come next spring, I have nothing, only buckets of copper. Buckets of copper. I do it every year, guys. Over it all, I'd have buckets of copper. And I mean, tear it all down. I wouldn't have a thing on the bench. Only the parts I'm taking apart. Look at that. Out it is. This. Jumps 10. Out it is. This. Bring that to the scrapyard. Won't even weigh on the scales. Jumps in like 10 or 12 of them. 10 or 12 of them you have a weight. Simple as that. Okay. So thanks for coming in today, guys. Really, 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 really appreciate every last one of you for coming in. At the end of the day, guys, without G, I wouldn't be here. You know, I wouldn't be scrapping. I wouldn't be out in the shed communicating with the world. But at the end of the day, guys, we're all here as a team. Scrapping communities, I call it. You know what I mean? Bit of MOSFET there now as well. All that there off the dash. Take off every bit of that board. There are capacitors. And this little black one here looks like a capacitor right beside the capacitor. And it's not a capacitor. Because he's hiding copper. See that? Just take apart the whole board like that, guys. So on, so on, go through it all, take it off, click, 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 done. Look at that. Click, 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 and done. All that is full of copper, guys. Copper, copper, copper. Pull them all apart, hit that, all the outside of that goes into the shred pile. No bother at all. Then all your little silver in these here. IC chips. I mean, every part of this, guys, this board is cash. Alright? Cash in the bank, as the fella says for me. MOSFETs, guys, in my yard. He tells me to throw them into the shred pile. I made a deal with him. If I used to incinerate the MOSFETs and bring him into him, he'd give me #1 copper for him. So I'm getting from 12 cents a kilo straight away up to €7.80 a kilo by incinerating them off. Them there. Now that is some haul in the difference, guys. You know what I mean? Like, they're covered over there. I could show you, but they're covered. The ones I have done. But all I do is take off the blue M&Ms off of this. M&Ms, as I call them, but they're actually called, the name is actually slipping me now. That there now, as it is, to go straight into the shred pile. This here is another M&M. Capacitors, I think. Am I wrong? I could be wrong. So off with them. Off with your little IC chip here. IC chip here. Bang, 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 bang. Shred. 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 A fuse that popped out, but when you take out the part that holds in the fuse, that's brass. Okay, then you have a black one here. Take out that. That capacitor can stay on that. My yard will not pay me for that capacitor. And this one here, I cracked this one, see what's in it. This one here is, as far as I can see, I don't see anything in it. Little lights in it, LED lights, I would reckon. But that there now goes into the shred pile as it is. That's the power board completely broke down. You know what I mean? Completely broke down, guys. And that's the way everything is with me in this shed. Scrap it all out, okay? Guys, gloves are off. I'm not going any further. I'd like to thank you all for coming in today. Watch the live. Please like, comment, subscribe, share out the videos, and I will catch you in the next one. That's it. What do you think? Micro starter, yeah, it's true. Another pile of it. But yeah, so the boards are going in further into the next shed. This one will be stripped down fully. Take off these couple of boards they've on the ICs, paid a few pounds for them. This one here is stripped down further. Just to tidy up all this, get all my gold recovery back into the old pot. This is a wet now here, it's a 9mm. Wet as a bucket. But I'll sort it out, don't worry. Thanks so much, guys. 30 fingers, money. Okay, I'm out here.